Times what the vision is of the Five Hills Qu'Appelle Tribal Council Education Department, and it's quite easy. I mean, one of the things that we've been really working towards is a vision of developing a contemporary education system along with a traditional education system that would look at educating the whole child. We want our children to be successful in the Western context, and we want them to have a strong sense of identity in terms of where they come from.
I was with the federal government for 35 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. In 3 prairie provinces.
Mm-hmm.
I found that there was a great need for our First Nation students to be exposed and to learn their first language, because these were our first languages. But the children, they have such a great sense of pride and ownership and confidence, and there's leadership skills there that would not be noticed, you know, if they didn't feel so good about having to take the language.
When you're talking about the ancestral vision, the ancestral knowledge, the ancestral culture, I call it, it's incorporating once again our languages, and we have to make sure in some way that they have, more of that, if you will. Somehow we got to incorporate that. And I believe by using the technology of today, I believe that's one of the areas that we can, move to touch them so that they can learn, because they can learn. I've seen individuals, pick up the language. So if all our young people could, just pick up that language and incorporate it within themselves, then, our language will still be with us and still, grow with us into the future. So those are.
Five Hills Qu'Appelle Tribal Council realizes the importance of retaining the language of our communities, but at the same time is committed to stay current with technology. Because of this dual commitment, we have initialized a language project in which several hundred words and phrases in the languages Cree, Dakota, Lakota, Nakota, and Soto have been recorded by elders of the communities and used to develop an iPad app for all people to learn from. This app is free for all Saskatchewan residents living on and off reserves. FHQTC has placed iPads in our schools so that this tremendous app can be utilized by our teachers and students to learn more about our languages and cultures.
We believe that teaching treaties in our classrooms is very important, and that's something we definitely want to move towards. The First Nation Student Success Program and the New Paths for Education programs has been instrumental in providing us resources that would enable us to begin to develop programs and services around student retention, around literacy, around numeracy. In addition, we do have a small budget for special education and student support services. Right now we currently have an educational psychologist. We have assessments happening in our school on a regular basis.
Laurie's profession and mine has moved to what's called a cross-battery assessment way of conducting these assessments. It's very good, it's very holistic, it's very complex, and the first time you go through it, it's very time consuming.
We have a speech and language therapist, and we also have speech and language therapy delivered online, and that's something new and very current, and that's something that's really a moving trend in terms of service delivery, especially for difficult positions to fill, like your speech and language position.
You're ready.
Greetings, Amba Weshte. My name is Lisa Ewok, and I am the Special Education Coordinator for the File Hills Qu'Appelle Tribal Council. I coordinate the second level services, those being the Tiny Eye speech and language therapy services, or contracts to speech and language pathologists. My main role as the Special Education Coordinator is that I work for Waka Tung and Chinjo, the Creator and the children. And I've spoken those words in the Nakota language.
The Five Hills Qu'Appelle Tribal Council and our education department, I mean, we're proud to say that we have a great team. We have an educational technologist who is instrumental in teaching our teachers how to use smart boards and technology in the classroom and developing our student information system. We also have, in addition to educational technologists, 2 IT people who are responsible for kind of looking at connectivity, right, in our schools, and making sure that our labs are up and running, making sure that our student information systems are up and running, and that our teachers who are having difficulty with attendance, with generating reports, that they're available to be able to assist them in that. So.
The IT and Education Technology Department's goal is to stay current in all areas of technology relating to education. Whether the focus is on smartboards in the classroom and training the teachers in how to most effectively use them, or the internet connectivity in our schools, we are committed to giving our students every opportunity to be successfully prepared for their life and a career after graduation.
We have a student retention coordinator who is responsible for working with after-school programs and helping our schools to develop programming around sports and culture, recreation.
I was a principal for 6 years within the federal system, and we've never had a position like this before, so it's really exciting. Especially for me, my background has been sports my whole life, and I think it's something that's really, really important. If we can offer other things to students other than academics, something that will make school fun and something they can look forward to, I think in the long run it's going to lead to increased retention. Yeah, one of our schools, we started a lacrosse program. There's also been a drama club started. 3 schools have started. Well, they're going to amalgamate into one badminton club is the thought that we're going to do. Another school has started Future Stars Soccer, which is geared to 4 to 6 year olds. There's a cooking club, a drum group. There's actually been a lot of good things happening, and it's still in its infant stage, really.
I'm really, really excited about the after-school program. We have started off with a film club. So what we did is that we're documenting all the positive stuff that our students do, such as feasts and going to WE Day, literacy night. And they are starting right from scratch. So filming, editing, and then we are also got a drama club that we have started, and our drama club will be performing at our Christmas concert. That'll be right from costumes to the actors, etc., etc. We also have a DJ who is coming in to teach the students how to, I guess it's mixed music or whatever. And they will also be performing at the Christmas concert. And then at the Christmas concert, we will have the film crew filming it all. So it all kind of ties in together. We're also looking for a breakdancer to come in and teach breakdancing. And we are going to have a reading club from grade 1 to grade 3. And also beading club we have started. Girl Power Club, to be boys.
We have 6 teacher mentors. One of each is placed in our schools for support in reading, numeracy, and teaching treaties in the classroom. And that has been proven to be invaluable.
Personal vision of teacher mentors was to be a support, but not to do it all. So that you have to find the balance of how much support do you give and when should teachers start to take ownership and take on that responsibility as well, because it comes with the profession, right? It's a busy profession, things always changing. There's always new research, new programs, new this, new that comes out, and you just trying to stay on top of everything. So our mentors were there to facilitate and implement new strategies in math, ELA, and of course to help jumpstart our teachers with implementing treaty education in the schools, in the classrooms, with a primary focus of K to 8, and if at all possible to get into our higher grades from 9 to 12. So that's another area that we need to focus on in hopefully for next year. Yeah, no, I just vision the roles as support in those 3 areas, to go in and to model lessons, to provide professional development with those teachers.
I think part of our role too is having that connection between the bigger organization, the tribal council, and the schools that are within the tribal council.
You bring them something new. The first reaction at the beginning that I found out was, oh no. But my first words when I take something, it's not hard, it's easy. I'll be there to support you.
We have Sharon Anaquat at our school, and she's there full-time. And I would say it's made the biggest impact in our school year, maybe the biggest impact in the last 5 to 10 years. It's just the biggest thing that's ever happened, because school administrators have so much on their plate, and to have a mentor in the school just allows us to do some of the other very, very important things, and it means that a lot of the leadership academically and in the classroom is being taken care of as opposed to being neglected. So it's teacher mentor is the biggest thing that's ever happened to our school. It should have been there since the beginning.
We currently use the Qantas in Pinel, and this year our tribal council has been able to demonstrate that within 1 year that our kids are showing growth in reading at an 88%. And that is huge, because we're comparing that with our provincial counterpart, and we're able to demonstrate that our kids are showing more growth in reading. We know that given our current growth pattern, that in a year or two that we should be, well above that in terms of achievement levels. So we're being optimistic. We're placing a real focus on math now, because we recognize that the province in general is having some difficulties and challenges in math. So we've done some assessment around math, which is gathering our baseline data and helping our teachers to actually plan around using that data. We're developing PLCs, which is professional learning committees, for grade-alike groups. So for example, coming up we have a PD session planned in our schools where all the grade 1 teachers across all 6 schools will get together and develop a common goal around numeracy, around literacy, and around treaties in the classroom. And what they're going to have at their fingertips is the curriculum documents that they need. They're going to have all the data and assessments that we've done with their kids, so they know exactly where their kids are at, so that they know what programs to plan for them.
I feel that the leadership that we're receiving from FHQ is very positive and supportive. And it's just a really good experience working with the other principals, and really enjoy working with the FHQ second level services leadership.
Well, and I'd like to add to that, being a fairly new principal, I have had nothing but support, not only from attending the principal meetings, but I feel that I can pick up the phone and phone anyone from FHQ, and they're ready there to help me and help me sort through stuff and just assist whichever way they can. So as a fairly new principal, I am so thankful for that. So, yeah.
Our career guidance counselor, Jan Thompson, plays an invaluable role in getting our students ready for post-secondary education and in helping them decide on a career after high school. She is able to accomplish this through organizing school career fairs, helping with post-secondary applications, counseling students, and working in partnership with Regina District and Industry Education Council in the Career Spotlight Initiative. Their mission, along with ours, is to create career development opportunities for youth, educators, and career practitioners through programming and information. The vision is to create a community of shared responsibility in preparing youth for quality careers.
What contributed to our success as a tribal council in terms of offering the programs and services to our kids and to our communities is a strong reciprocal working relationship and the respect that we have for our schools and our education boards and our committees, and the open communication that we have back and forth, that together, that collaboratively, we can really work together as a team and to make a difference in the lives of our children.
Do you know this word? Yeah, very good, Patrick. It's flowers.
D says huh. D says duh. D says duh. M says M says R says R says
Teacher. What?